The time is 12 o'clock. Here is the media news. First, the top stories. 10 of splinter group emerges from PDP Open Secretariat in Abuja. Lagos population now over 24 million, says Governor Ambode. Police IG warns officers to beware of politicians ahead of 2019 polls. In foreign, Trump threatens to starve nations backing UN resolution on Jerusalem. And Uganda's parliament scraps age limit for presidential candidate. Good afternoon, I am Aghemerio Oaikhenan, bringing you the news in detail shortly. On the news in detail, 10 people have died in a fatal auto crash at Lokuta village near Orili Lugun along the Abeokuta-Ibadan road. The accident, which occurred on Tuesday night, involved a truck marked BDG 174XE and a bus whose number plate is EKY 185XH. Spokesman of Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, Trace, Commander Babatunde Akimbiyi, says the driver of the truck caused the accident. Akimbiyi explains that the truck driver, who was asleep while driving on top speed, crashed into the bus carrying 10 passengers. All the passengers in the bus, including 8 males and 2 females, died on the spot, while the truck driver sustained injury. The remains of those who died, according to Akimbiyi, have been taken to the morgue of a private hospital in Ibadan, while the injured truck driver is in police custody. Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has urged the Ogun State government to clear the backlog of deductions from salaries of workers on its payroll. It also asked Governor Ibikunle Amosun to pardon the Labour leaders, including State NLC leader Akeem Ambali, who was sacked by the state government for allegedly violating the civil service regulation. NLC President Ayuba Waba, who made the call in Abeokuta at the meeting of the union's National Executive Council, pleaded with the governor to forgive the sacked Labour leaders. Waba, however, commends Amosun administration for the prompt payment of salaries and for transforming the state into Nigeria's investors' destination through massive infrastructural development. The presidency has declared Monday, December 25 as a public holiday to mark the Christmas Day. Also declared work-free is Tuesday, December 26 for the Boxing Day and January 1, 2018 to mark the New Year. Internal Affairs Minister Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dembazau announced the holidays in a statement by the ministry's permanent secretary Abubakar Magaji on behalf of the presidency. He enjoins the Christian faithfuls and all Nigerians to use the period in praying for the development of the country. The minister also urges Nigerians to strengthen their resolve to maintain unity and peace. A splinter group has emerged from PDP. The faction calling itself Fresh PDP is led by Prince Obi Unwosu and has its office in Asokoro district of Abuja. Other leaders of the faction who addressed a news conference in Abuja on Wednesday are Alhaji Hassan Adamu, Chief Olushola Akindele, Godwin Duru, and Franklin Edede. Unwosu told newsmen that they formed the faction to protest what they called the fraudulent conduct of PDP National Convention last December 9 in Abuja. He explains that the grouse is against the circulation of a unity list at the convention, which contains names of all members of the National Working Committee elected by delegates. Meanwhile, chairman of PDP State Governors Forum, Ayodele Fayose, has described some leaders of the new faction of the party as charlatans and miscreants. Fayose says if Nigeria is practicing a proper democracy, the leaders of the Fresh PDP ought to have been arrested and jailed. The governor spoke on the issue while hosting PDP National Chairman Prince Uche Secondus and other members of the party's National Working Committee in Ado-Ekiti at a rally for the state local government poll holding today. Calling the Fresh PDP leaders faceless politicians, Fayose says PDP will not make issue out of them, but will never allow the party to return to the days of Ali Madu Sharif leadership. Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State says the population of the state is now over 24 million, equivalent to those of 30 African countries combined. The governor makes this known at a roundtable on infrastructure financing organized by the Harvard Business School Association of Nigeria in collaboration with the state government. By the year 2050, the governor says the estimated population of Lagos will jump to 36 million or emerge as the world's sixth largest city after Mumbai, New Delhi, Dhaka, Kinshasa, and Kolkata. At the moment, Ambody explains that an average of 86 people migrate into the city every hour, higher than those of New York, London, and Manhattan. As a result, the government puts the population density of Lagos at 6,939 people per kilometer and an average of 5 persons in every household. Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris has cautioned police officers against any unethical conduct ahead of the 2019 polls. Ibrahim particularly warns the officers to beware of politicians who might want to use them for selfish political gain. The Inspector General of Police issued the warning at his monthly meeting with senior police officers, including the state police commissioners at the force headquarters in Abuja. The 2019 polls, according to him, will be crucial and asked police officers to be steadfast, orderly, mature, and resolute in any assignments given to them during the polls. Meanwhile, operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, are to focus on armed robbery and murder at the end of the ongoing reorganization of the squad. Commissioner in charge of SARS, Haliru Gwandu, who made this known at the meeting, assured that the issue of extrajudicial killings will end after the reorganization and repositioning of the squad. You're still listening to the media news on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you foreign, business and sport news. Please, just stay with us. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to cut off financial aid to countries that back a United Nations resolution opposing the recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Earlier this month, Mr. Trump took that step amid international criticism. Trump, addressing newsmen at the White House, said it was ridiculous for countries that take hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars from the U.S. to back the UN resolution. His comments come ahead of a UN General Assembly vote on the resolution opposing any recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Earlier, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, warned member states that President Trump had asked her to report on who voted against U.S. on Thursday. Israel occupied the east of the city previously occupied by Jordan in the 1967 Middle East War and regards the entire city as its indivisible capital. The Palestinians claim East Jerusalem as the capital of a future state, and its final status is meant to be discussed in the latter stages of peace talks. Australian police have arrested 2 people after a car drove into a crowd in Melbourne. Police said the car collided with a number of pedestrians on Flinders Street, a busy junction in the center of the city. The state ambulance service says 13 people have been taken to hospital. Several are in a critical condition. Uganda's parliament has approved a constitutional change that will allow the current president to run for an unprecedented 6th term in office. After 3 days of debate, members of parliament voted overwhelmingly to remove the age limit of 75 for presidential candidate. It means 73-year-old President Yoweri Museveni, who has ruled for more than 30 years, can seek re-election in 2021. A 2-term limit was scrapped in 2005 to allow Mr. Museveni to stand for a 3rd term. Opposition members of parliament walked out of the debate on more than one occasion, and 6 were suspended for protesting against the bill. Tempers flared and lawmakers were filmed brawling after it was alleged a member of parliament had brought a gun into the chamber. And now in business. Nigeria Customs Service says it has lost 26 of its personnel to attacks by Boko Haram fighters in Borno and Yobe State in the northeast region. The customs controller in charge of the 2 states, Joshua Ambalaga, who made this known to newsmen in Maiduguri, says the insurgency in the region is affecting the activities of the agency in the axis. For instance, the state controller explains that only 1 of the 13 economic border posts in the 2 states is functioning optimally. He says the remaining economic borders will remain closed until the security forces crush Boko Haram forces in the region. Finally, in the media news, sport news. Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has announced the full composition of its new standing committees. The NFF standing committees that were dissolved last October 30 were restructured into more panels. Ex-internationals Mutiu Adepoju, Victor Ikpeba, and Garba Lawal are in the technical committee headed by Yusuf Ahmed, while comedian Akpobame Atuyuka Ali Baba was also included in the marketing, sponsorship, and TV rights committee headed by League Management Committee Chairman Shehu Diko. JJ Okocha and Julius Agali are in the technical study group alongside Taribo West, Tijani Babangida, and a host of others. Home-based Super Eagles coach Salisu Yusuf has handed a late call-up to Nasarawa United goalkeeper Suraj Ayeleso ahead of the 2018 African Nations Championship in Morocco. Ayeleso, who has been one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the Nigeria Professional Football League in recent seasons, was a surprise omission from the initial 30-man list released by Yusuf. He kept the most clean sheets 16 in the NPFL last season. The goalie is now expected to vie for a spot in the team along with the three other goalkeepers Ikechukwu Ezenwa, Dele Ajiboye, and Theophilus Afeluhai, who are already in the team's camp in Abuja. Yusuf has also handed late invitation to Plateau United forward Tosin Omoyele, who impressed during the recently concluded NPFL Invitational Tournament in Kano, and Kano Pillars Sadiq Yusuf. That was the media news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. 10 people killed in auto crash near Orile Lugun on Abeokuta Ibadan Road. Our splinter group emerged from PDP opened secretariat in Abuja. Lagos population now over 24 million, said Governor Ambode. Police IG warned officers to beware of politicians ahead of 2019 polls in foreign. Trump threatens to starve nations backing UN resolution on Jerusalem, and also reported wars. Uganda's parliament scrapped age limit for presidential candidate. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you for listening. I am Aghemerio Oaikhenan. Good afternoon.